Welcome back to Work Energy Lab Reflection Notes. In episode 15, we stayed with the space before reaction. We practiced listening for the breath before the answer, the pace before the demand, and the small pause that can help us return to ourselves before we offer our energy outward. Today, I want to stay with another kind of readiness. Not the readiness that comes from urgency, overextension, or proving how much we can carry. I want to talk about strength. Not strength as a performance, not as a body project, not as another way to measure whether we are disciplined enough, fit enough, resilient enough, or worthy enough, but rather strength as support. Because sometimes when we hear the word strength, something in us braces. We may think of striving, comparison, pressure, improvement plans, old body stories, or even someone else's idea of what capacity should look like. We may think of fitness language that has been used to shame, rank, sell, or control us. We may think of bodies being treated like evidence of character instead of living places with histories, limits, needs, seasons, and wisdom. And still, strength matters. So does stamina, mobility, the ability to carry groceries, climb stairs, stand through a long day, recover after effort. Notice our body before it has to shout and feel a little more resourced inside the work of our lives. It matters. So this episode is about strength without striving. It is about asking what kind of capacity would actually support the life I'm living, the life I want to live, rather than what kind of capacity would help me look like I am doing life correctly. I want to be careful here. I'm going to have a lot of cautious statements throughout this episode. But I am not interested in making movement another moral obligation. I am not interested in turning care into control or capacity into another achievement. And I am not interested in pretending that everyone has the same access, whether that be to time, safety, energy, mobility, or healthcare, rest, food, support, or the environments that make movement feel possible. There are real bodies living real lives in a lot of different circumstances. Bodies that are healing, disabled, aging, postpartum, grieving. Some are inflamed or exhausted, strong in ways no one recognizes, and tired from holding more than any fitness tracker could ever understand. So when I speak of strength, I do not mean one image, I do not mean one method or one standard. I am talking about the kind of support that helps you inhabit your life with a little more steadiness, agency, and care. There is a question underneath this for me. What kind of strength would make my actual life more livable? Not what kind of strength would make me more impressive. Not what kind of strength would earn approval. Not kind of strength would prove I can handle more. But what would help me feel supported when when demand starts to show its face. For the emerging holder, strength without striving may mean learning that capacity does not have to be demonstrated through depletion. When you are beginning to carry more, it can be tempting to make your body part of the proof. Look how early I start. Look how late I stay. Look how much I can manage. Look how well I can keep going. But the body may be asking a different question. Not, can I keep up forever? But what would help me keep faith with myself while I grow? What would help me build capacity without using self-abandonment as the training plan? For the bridge builder, strength without striving may mean noticing the difference between being available and being absorbent. The bridge builder may feel strong because they can hold complexity, stay in conversation, translate between people, and keep moving when others are stuck. But sometimes the strength that is needed is not more holding. Sometimes it is the strength to let tension stay in the room without taking it into the body first. For the quiet holder, strength without striving may mean letting steadiness become supported instead of assumed. The quiet holder may already be carrying a kind of endurance that no one names. They may be familiar with strength of remembering, preparing, anticipating, and remaining composed. But even deep steadiness needs replenishment. Even the person others trust to stay calm needs strength that belongs to them. So maybe the invitation is not to become stronger in order to be asked for more. Maybe the invitation is to become supported enough to know what is yours to carry, what is not yours to carry, and what kind of body support helps you tell the difference. There is a shadow side here too. Under pressure, strength can become disguise. We can use strength to hide need. We can use discipline to avoid feeling grief. We can use productivity to outrun uncertainty. We can use movement to punish ourselves, or stillness to punish ourselves, or improvement language to avoid the tenderness of being human. Sometimes we call it strength when what we really mean is I have learned not to need much. Sometimes we call it consistency when what we really mean is I am afraid to stop. Sometimes we call it capacity when what we really mean is I can override my signals for a long time. And sometimes we reject strength entirely because the language around it has hurt us. We hear fitness and think pressure. We hear health and think judgment. We hear strength and think a body that has been evaluated from the outside. So we step away, not because the body does not matter, but because we are trying to protect ourselves from being turned into another project. I want to honor that protection. If fitness language has ever made you feel smaller, less welcome, less worthy, or less at home in yourself, it makes sense that your body might not trust invitations towards strength right away. The work may begin with making the word safe enough to approach again. What if strength did not mean domination over the body? What if it meant relationship with the body? What if it meant asking, what helps me carry what is mine without collapsing? What helps me meet pressure without disappearing? What helps me recover after effort? What helps me feel my feet under me when the room gets complicated? There is an important difference between strength that supports capacity and strength that supports overfunctioning. Supportive strength helps us come back to ourselves. Overfunctioning strength helps us leave ourselves behind more efficiently. Supportive strength might sound like I can take the stairs without feeling like my body is an obstacle. I can sit at my desk and still feel my spine, hips, jaw, and breath. I can move through a demanding day and know what recovery I will need afterward. I can build stamina in ways that make room for rest. I can feel physical effort without making it a referendum on my worth. Overfunctioning strength might sound almost identical from the outside, but inside it has a different quality. I can keep going even though I am gone from myself. I can hold this together if I ignore what hurts. I can become impressive enough that no one asks what it costs. I can turn care into a standard I am always failing to meet. This is why pace matters here too. Strength built from urgency often carries urgency into everything it touches. Strength built from care may still involve effort, but it has room for listening. It can ask, what season am I in? What does my body need more of right now? That could be stability or mobility, maybe rest or food, breath, play even, a walk outside, a boundary, a doctor, a friend, or maybe even a different expectation. Strength without striving is not softness without effort. It is effort without punishment. It is practice without contempt. It is returning without shame. It is the possibility that we can build capacity and remain kind to the body doing the building. It may also help to remember that movement is not one thing. Different kinds of movement can support different needs. And part of strength without striving is learning to choose the modalities that actually meet the moment. Cardio, for example, can support circulation, endurance, mood, and mental clarity. There is something about walking, cycling, swimming, or moving rhythmically enough to raise the heart rate that can help the mind feel less stuck. Sometimes cardio gives the brain more oxygen, more rhythm, more access to focus, and more room to think. Strength training may support the body in another way: lifting, pushing, pulling, carrying, rising from the floor. Working with resistance bands, body weight, weights, or machines can help us build the physical support structures that let everyday life feel more possible. Not because the body has to look a certain way, but because muscles help us carry, stabilize, protect joints, and recover from effort, and trust the body as a place that can meet us. Mobility and flexibility practices may support range and ease. Stretching, gentle yoga, mobility drills, breath-led movement, maybe even physical therapy exercises can help us notice where the body has been guarding, gripping, or moving around discomfort. Balance work can support confidence, especially when life, age, injury, or stress has changed our sense of steadiness. These practices may not always look intense from the outside, but they can be deeply meaningful for readiness. Functional movement brings several of these pieces together: squatting, hinging, reaching, rotating, stepping, carrying, balancing, getting up and down, and moving through patterns that resemble real life can help us prepare for ordinary demands of the day. Functional exercise is not about proving athleticism. It is about asking what movements help me participate in my own life with more confidence, less fear, and more support. For someone in a season of mental fog, rhythmic cardio might be the doorway back to clarity. For someone whose body feels fragile or unsupported, strength training might become a way of rebuilding trust. For someone who feels stiff, guarded, or compressed by long work days, mobility might create a sense of space. For someone wanting readiness for life as it actually happens, functional movement might help connect strength, balance, coordination, and breath. And we don't have to choose only one. Many bodies benefit from a mix. Movement for the heart and mind, movement that builds strength, movement that protects range and balance, movement that feels joyful, and movement that helps the day soften. The right mix is personal, and it changes with energy, injury, hormones, stress, access, disability, caregiving demands, work seasons, and recovery needs. Each body is different, and each season is different. The movement that supported you in one decade, role, or health season, or chapter of stress may not be the movement that supports you now. This is not an episode about the universal right way to move. It is an invitation into discernment, discovering the mix that supports your body, your season, your limits, your access, and your life. No one else can fully prescribe that from the outside. But we do not have to discover it alone. Qualified support can help us understand what is safe, realistic, adaptable, and sustainable without handing away authority over our own bodies. So here is the necessary care around this conversation. This reflection is not medical advice, and it is not a prescription. If you are beginning or changing movement in a season of illness, injury, pregnancy, postpartum, recovery, heart concerns, chronic symptoms, disability, medication changes, or depleted energy, please work with a doctor or qualified health professional. This kind of support can become part of readiness itself. Health changes, stress, aging, all of these things change what we need. And the answer may include medical care, rehabilitation, coaching, nutrition support, mental health support. The point is not to outsource your body's wisdom. It is to bring your lived experience into conversation with informed care. When you do talk with a professional, it can help to bring the story of your actual life. What your workday asks of your body, what symptoms or signals you have noticed, what feels better or worse after movement, and what you hope movement will support. You can also ask practical questions. What is safest for me right now? What should I modify or avoid? How should I build gradually? What symptoms mean I should stop and get help? How might cardio, strength, mobility, or whatever exercise modality you are considering, How does this fit together for this body in this season? A good plan should have room for feedback. It should be allowed to change when your body, schedule, health, or season changes. Supportive guidance measures more than numbers. It also notices function, recovery, sleep, mood, pain, steadiness, and whether you feel more at home in your life. If you work with a trainer or movement practitioner, it is okay to ask about their training, scope of practice, experience with your needs, and willingness to collaborate with your healthcare team. It is okay to ask for modifications and seek support that treats your body as a partner, not a problem to solve. The point is not to copy someone else's program. The point is to build relationship, to ask what kind of movement helps my mind clear, my body feel supported, my nervous system settle or wake up, and my life feel more inhabitable. What is the mix that helps me feel ready without making readiness another performance? This is where fitness, when held with care, comes back to readiness. Not readiness as constant availability, but readiness is having enough body underneath us to participate in life with more choice. A clearer mind may help us find the next honest word. A stronger body may help us stay present when the conversation is hard. More mobility may help us feel less trapped in the postures of stress. Better balance may remind us that steadiness is not only an idea, it is something the body can practice. Because the voice does not travel alone, it travels with breath, posture, energy, nervous system, memory, fatigue, confidence, fear, and support. When we care for the body through movement that is appropriate for us, we are not just training muscles or lungs. We are tending the conditions that help the voice arrive with more of us behind it. The voice that says yes with honesty. The voice that says no without collapse. The voice that asks for time, names a need, repairs a rupture, offers an idea, or tells the truth without having to leave the body to do it. So movement becomes less about becoming more acceptable and more about becoming more available to ourselves. It can help carry the voice, yes, but also the rest of us. Our work, our care, our creativity, our relationships, our boundaries, joy, and our ordinary days. Fitness in this frame is not the destination. It is one possible support for the deeper practice of being able to meet our lives without disappearing from them. And there may be small, ordinary ways to begin. Not a dramatic reinvention, not a perfect routine, not the kind of plan that only works in a life with no interruptions. Maybe it begins with standing up between meetings and asking what part of me needs movement before I keep going. Maybe it begins with noticing how you sit when you are trying to be agreeable. Maybe it begins with talking with a professional and taking a walk without turning it into a metric. Maybe it begins with lifting something slowly and realizing your body is allowed to learn without being judged. Maybe it begins with asking, is this movement helping me return to myself? Or is it helping me abandon myself in a more socially acceptable way? There is also a workplace layer here, because readiness is not only physical and it is never only individual. Many workplaces praise endurance long after endurance has become harmful. They reward the person who can stay available, stay pleasant, stay fast, stay composed, stay responsive, and stay productive even when the body is asking for a different rhythm. They may celebrate resilience while ignoring the conditions that require so much of it. So part of strength without striving is also refusing to make the individual body responsible for absorbing every system failure. Breath can help, movement can help, strength can help, but they are not substitutes for humane workload. Clear priorities, equitable support, recovery, accountability, and cultures where people are not praised only after they have exceeded their limits. I also want to name nutrition briefly because nourishment belongs to this larger embodiment arc. Readiness is not built by movement alone. The body also needs fuel, hydration, minerals, rest, medical care, and recovery. But nutrition deserves its own careful conversation, especially because food can carry histories of shame, access, culture, control, health needs, and body story. So for today, I want to name nourishment as part of embodied readiness without trying to solve it here. We will return to it more fully later. In a culture that often treats well-being as a personal optimization project, I want to keep asking a different question. What allows a person to stay connected to themselves while doing meaningful work? What allows effort to be met by recovery? What allows capacity to grow without becoming extraction? Before we close, I want to invite you into a few brief reflection practices. You can try one or simply listen and notice which one seems to meet the season you are in. As always, let your body decide what is supportive. You do not need to force anything. If something does not feel right for your body today, you can let it pass. Practice 1, strength as support. Begin by noticing the body you are in right now. Not the body you wish you had, not the body someone else might evaluate. This body, the one breathing, holding, sensing, adapting, and carrying you through this moment. Ask gently what kind of strength would support my actual life in this season. Let the answer be practical, if it wants to be practical. More energy for caregiving, more steadiness in meetings, more ease in my back, more stamina for long days, more courage to rest, more trust in my own limits. Notice whether your answer feels like care or pressure. If it feels like pressure, you might ask, what would make this invitation kinder? What would help my body feel included instead of managed? Practice 2. The difference between effort and punishment. Think of something that asks effort from you. It might be physical movement, creative work, emotional labor, leadership, conflict, or simply getting through a demanding day. Now notice the tone inside that effort. Is there encouragement? Is there contempt? Is there pressure to prove? Is there room to learn? Ask, how would this effort change if I did not have to punish myself into doing it? What would support look like instead? Practice 3. Capacity and boundary. Place one hand wherever it feels natural, or simply notice your feet. Ask, what am I carrying that is mine? What am I carrying that belongs to the room, the team, the system, the family, the history, or someone else's discomfort. Let strength mean discernment for a moment. Not more carrying, clearer carrying. What would it feel like to put one unnecessary weight down, even just internally? Practice 5. Choosing the mix with support. Imagine placing a few forms of support in front of you. Cardio, strength training, mobility, balance, functional movement, rest, nourishment, medical care, and professional guidance. You do not have to choose all of them today. You do not have to know the perfect order. Just notice which one seems to call for attention in this season. Ask gently, what would help me feel more ready for the life I am actually living? Do I need clearer thinking, more steadiness, more support in my joints, more stamina, more ease, more recovery, more medical information, more help translating what my body is telling me? Now imagine bringing that question to someone who can help. A doctor, a therapist, physical therapist, trainer, dietitian, or another trusted professional. Not because you are handing your authority away, but because support can help you listen more wisely. The right guidance can help you build safely, adapt honestly, and remember that readiness is not something you have to manufacture alone. As you come back, remember that strength can be quiet. It can be ordinary. It can be the strength to pause before proving. The strength to ask for help before collapse. The strength to move because the body deserves circulation, not because the body owes anyone transformation. The strength to rest without needing to earn it first. This week, you might notice one place where you have confused strength with override. One place where your body has been supporting quietly. One place where capacity could grow through care instead of pressure. Ask what kind of strength would support the life I am actually living. Where do I need more structure? Where do I need more softness? Where do I need support that is not mine to manufacture alone? Strength without striving does not ask to become invulnerable. It asks what would help you stay in relationship with yourself while you carry what matters. It asks what kind of movement, support, recovery, and care help your voice have a body to stand in and your life have a body to move through. Thank you for listening. Until next time, may you notice the difference between effort and punishment, between capacity and overfunctioning, between strength that helps you come home to yourself and strength that teaches you to leave. Nourish before the demand arrives. And remember, readiness begins in the body you are already living in.